Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we have my thoughts on The Boys finale. It just ended today. Obviously some people saw it in America, a couple hours earlier because it was like a premiere. And I did see some people. Why is my camera doing that shit? I did see some people commenting below before I had seen the episode saying I'm gonna go into theaters and tell you guys what I think about after. And I came across like 3 videos saying my thoughts on The Boys. And as soon as I heard Homelander, I instantly clicked away off that. But let's get straight into what this video is about. Did I think The Boys finale deliver? I I 100% believe it did. Obviously there's some parts that were left out, like Soldier Boy's fate. Like he was left in a icebox. Like they didn't even explain anything about that. And the vault tower remained intact, especially with Butcher's death, Huey killing Butcher. They just left after that, and what, no one else saw them there. Like everything was fine. Um, Apparently, yeah, like all the other soups that Butcher was saying, he was waiting for them to clock in, and he was gonna use the virus on them. Like Vault didn't really care about that, like sending them after them or something. Yeah, that's kind of weird how they didn't explain that, but maybe in Vault Rising, at the very start, we'll see what Soldier Boy's life is, and then it cuts back to 1980, I think, 1960, something like that. I really enjoyed how they showed Homelander, just being a kid in a adult's body. Like, as soon as he lost his powers, he had nothing. Like, before, he used to throw like a punch, just like this, and he used to like knock someone out. Now he's trying to like really use his force, like punching a Butcher, and Butcher just like he stops his punch like that, and it was pretty funny. Like he was like trying to give everything he could. He was like giving everything. He's like, "Please, I'll do anything. You want Vault? You have Vault." He said something very strange. But I was like, he would go that low. Who am I talking? Who are we talking about? Homelander would go that low. He was saying, "Oh, Butcher, I'll suck your dick, please. I'll eat shit. I'll eat your shit, please." Like that was actually funny. Like I was like, damn, like he really would do anything. Just it makes sense to me. Like he was like pissing on the Deep for saying everything he did. Like he was like he was making fun of the Deep, like just being like a yes man, like yes sir, like please, yes, yes, yes. And he was saying in that scene with the Deep, he was saying, "Oh Deep, the only reason I haven't killed you is because I want you to live with how you just suck up to your dad, which is him, Homelander." And he was like, "You're nothing. You're pathetic. You're a loser." And guess what? When Homelander was depowered, he was exactly like the Deep. "Please, I'll do anything. Oh, just don't kill me, please. Please, 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 please." That was pretty funny. It just proves that Homelander is just a kid in a man's body and a lot of power, which he doesn't deserve. The Deep dying was satisfying as well. Obviously, he's been a hated character. And people were wondering, even I was wondering, like, how has he made it that far? Like, I was expecting him, to die in season 4. And I was like, okay, season 5, maybe episode 5. And he was still alive. Episode 7, he was still alive. I was like, okay, he has to die in episode 8. Starlight needs to get her revenge. And people were saying Starlight didn't even kill her. Starlight saved her. I mean, saved him. But she did kill him. Even if she didn't want to, she did. She pushed him in the water. That was pretty. That was gonna happen eventually because they were right next to an ocean, and the Deep dying was satisfying. Just he's part of the sea. He is the Lord of the Seven Seas, and it's pretty ironic that he died in the sea. It would have been better if he was born in the sea as well, but well, it would have been funnier. Come out of the sea, leave the world in the sea. And then we had Butcher's dog dying, Terror, and after that, Butcher wanted to release the virus on all the soups, and eventually they went to Vault Tower, and it was pretty stupid. I guess it makes sense like why they would kill off Butcher. There's nothing really to explain after it's the last episode, but I feel like they didn't really need to kill Butcher. They just did it because yeah, the last episode. But when Butcher was about to click the detonate button, he was reminded of Huey of Lenny, and as he was like letting go, like he wasn't gonna do it, like this is wrong. Just Huey shoots him for some reason. I mean, I don't know, bro. It's just Butcher could have survived, but then again, it wouldn't have made much of a difference. He would always be like one piss off from releasing the virus from Zeus. So I guess, you know what? Yeah, that makes sense. What am I on about? And the fight in the White House, I really enjoyed that. The way Butcher was using his tentacle venom thing and just like slapping Homelander across the room. As soon as every time he tried to fly, he would just grab him and push him down. That was pretty hilarious. Um, a little bit of power scaling going on because if you guys remember in episode 1, Homelander lasered Kamiko in half. And in this White House scene, apparently Homelander's lasers didn't laser her in half. Like I was like, what the hell? What was going on? Definitely power scaling and writing. That's what saved it. But and plot armor. Like if Homelander did laser her in half, then it'll be over. Like like how would they win? So I guess we just have to let's put that under the rug. Let's pretend like we didn't, see that. And Ryan, I liked Ryan standing up to his dad and in the White House. I thought the first person that came to mind when I saw someone come in and push Homelander down when he was trying to fly away, I thought it was MM. I thought he took V. I thought he took Compound V because in the comics he was a suit, and there was a leak that he was gonna take Compound V and become a soup and help the boys. And I saw like the gray jumper on or the gray hoodie, and I was like, shit, MM, and it was Ryan. So that was a good fight. Ryan stood up to his dad. He hates his dad, well, his real dad, and yeah, he helped the boys, and it was fun. Just everyone ganking on Homelander, and the ending scene of Homelander's death, that was satisfying, bro. Like just a crowbar. They didn't really follow. I mean, they did follow the comics, but in the comics, I think I mean, it's not much of a fucking difference, but in the show, he went straight in the middle of the forehead. But in the comics, if I do remember properly, he went for the eye, and then he opened his head. There's not much of a difference. I don't know why I'm bringing that shit up, but it was a very satisfying death for Homelander, in my opinion. Like, at least Butcher got his payback. At least the boys wasn't all for nothing. At least Frenchie didn't die for nothing, and all the other people too. Um, and also one more thing. Oh Father's death. That piece of shit, bro. Like, I'm not a fan of that guy. And the way he died was really satisfying early on the episode. It was satisfying. MM just put like the choker thing that Ashley got her. Maybe Ashley, I think Ashley was in it because she got him like this gag toy, like a sex toy, and she said you can't take it off as much as you could scream. And maybe she told MM secretly, or MM saw like the material and was like, oh shit, let me put this on. Boom, he put it on. He tried to use his like voice power thing, but he had this, and then it just blew up his own head. Like that was satisfying as well, in my opinion. But yeah, I liked how Butcher's last bit of humanity was Terror's dying. That's the only thing he had left. Ryan didn't want to be with him or Homelander, so he was like, okay, my last option, or my good old friend Terror, it's up to you and me. And boom, Terror died, lost everything, and that's it. MM's fate, he adopted Ryan, I think. Well, took Ryan into his family, he got married, and Starlight and Huey had a baby, and it ends with Starlight flying away. So, in my opinion, it wasn't a bad ending. People were saying it was going to be shit, but I'm guessing that's where most of the budget went. That's what people were saying. Episode 8, that's where the budget was going. But yeah. So if you guys enjoyed this, subscribe, comment down your theories of episode 8 finale, and like the video. It helps me out a lot.